What's up guys, New Sim Premier here, back with another video. I'm back and I'm here for probably the best video on the channel. I'm going to rank all 16 Kanye West albums from worst to best, starting from the College Dropout all the way to Bully, ranking these from my worst, my least favorite, and I think the weakest album in his discography to the best, the magnum opus, the most elite album in his discography. Let's get into it. Before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like and smash that subscribe button to get more videos just like this. So, what I, put into this, what I took into consideration is having, ranking the more higher elite Kanye albums, more so for the production, and you're gonna see the higher Kanye West albums ranked because of Kanye's performance, and you're gonna see some high Kanye West albums being ranked because of the features, and some of the weaker ones at the bottom are gonna, have maybe less focus, maybe not condensed ideas, and just not really strong performances from Ye and from the feature game, and just the overall sentiment and quality of the albums as a whole, because public sentiment does have some part to do in it. It's not the whole thing though. But let's get into it. The worst Kanye West album, Vultures 2, is going to be ranking here at number 16. And I feel like Vultures 2 was a mess of an album. I think that this album did a poor job with sequencing. I think it did a poor job with its production. I think Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign had poor performances, and it was definitely a miss of an album. Came out in 2024, a few months after Vultures 1. And again, this album to me just isn't really hitting at all. And I think it's a weak album. By the way, I'll be ranking all these albums as well as rating them on a scale of 1 to 10. I think Vultures 2 is going to have to get a decent 3 out of 10. Next up for my number 15, the second worst Kanye West album, is going to be Donda 2. And Donda 2, a few months after, Donda, the original, and I think Donda 2, he was trying to sell his stem player, but this album is bloated, this album is weak, this album feels soulless and rhythmless. I feel like the performances aren't strong. You have a few solid songs, like I think the Don Toliver song Burning Roads was pretty good, but again, this album is a miss as well, and it was just lacking on so many fronts. I don't think it's as bad as Vultures 2, but it's not far off as bad. I'm going to give it a light 4 out of 10. And next up, my number 14, this is going to be interesting. Maybe some people have it a bit higher, maybe somebody has it or have it a bit lower, maybe at the worst, I don't know. But Vultures 1, the 14th Kanye West album, it's going to be ranking at 14 here. And with Vultures 1, I feel like Kanye West was, obviously paired up with Ty Dolla $ign on this one. I think that the performances were decent. I think that the production was decent. However, there's still some misses on this album. For example, Hood Rat is one of Kanye's weakest songs. I do not enjoy that production a bit. I don't like Paperwork with Quavo. I don't like Stars. I don't like Keys to My Life. But I do like songs like Burn and Problematic and King, and even A We Paid is pretty solid. So there's some solid songs from Kanye and obviously Ty Dolla $ign as the other half of this collaboration album. But I just think that it lacks in terms of the consistency within the track list. So I don't think it's a bad album. I'm going to give it a decent 5 out of 10. Next up, we're going to be going to number 13, the 13th, obviously, in the ranking. And this number 13 is very interesting. It's going to be Bully, 2026 release. And I think Bully is a decent album from Kanye. I think that he's trying to go back to the older foundation of his music, which made his sound, what it is. I think there's some pretty good highlights for 2026 with the Whatever Works, with the Father, with the King, also with songs like All the Love, and songs like Highs and Lows, and songs like Sisters and Brothers. I think that there are some solid songs on this album, but however, it's very short. Some of these tracks feel like demos and reference tracks, and his ideas weren't really condensed and kind of expanded on. But I think this is an actual decent replayable album that can be, played back and enjoyed. I'm going to give this album here a decent 6 out of 10. I don't think it's a bad album. It's decent. It's an album that, like, if it comes on, I'm cool. Like, I think that this will be the 13th best Kanye album, but fourth worst Kanye album. But going on to number 12, we're going to, increase in quality from here on out. Number 12 for me personally, is going to be Donda, the 2021 release. And look, Donda's a solid album. Donda has some of his best songs of the decade, with the Heaven and Hell, with the Moon, with, I don't know if we're counting Life of the Party, but songs like Pure Soul, songs like Off the Grid, songs like Praise God with Baby Keem, songs like Junior. I really like that song. There is some really good highlights, but then you have like these Okay Part 2s, you have the Junior Part 2, and that kind of just ruins, this album in the sense that it makes it bloated. It has too many songs on it, and it's just a hard listen to go, start to finish with. And it's a solid album, but again, it's nothing crazy. It didn't blow me away, but however, there are some really good highlights. However, there are also low lows on this. So Donda is going to get a strong 6 out of 10 for the number 12 placement. And this is the 5th worst Kanye West album. Now going to number 11. This is pretty controversial, but I'm gonna have Jesus is King. I think Jesus is King gets way too much hate. I am a Christian myself. I love Jesus Christ. I love the Lord, and Kanye does a good job with fulfilling that message. You're getting soulful Kanye, you're getting positive Kanye, you're getting some really good songs in this album from 2019 because of Kanye on songs like God Is, or Selah, or Follow God, or Use This Gospel. You're getting some really quality songs for 2019. And the production's really strong. There's some really solid songs on this album, and it's honestly pretty consistent as a whole. I feel like sometimes, again, the ideas aren't fully condensed, and he's not being really the most specific that he could be. But again, it's a solid album, and I think that this album gets way too much hate. And I think it's definitely a quality album for 2019. Or did this come out in 2019 or 2020? I thought it came out in 2019. But Jesus is King is going to get from me a light 7 out of 10. And will be the 6th worst Kanye West album and the 11th best. Going on, we're getting into the top 10 best Kanye West albums. Number 10, Call Me Crazy. I want to see how you guys feel about this, but my number 10 is going to be Kids See Ghosts. Look, quality album, no denying that. You got songs like Fourth Dimension, you got songs like Feel the Love, you have the Kids See Ghosts self-titled, you have Fire. Some quality songs, for sure. And all this album, to be honest, is quality. But for me, I just feel like, nothing is absolutely elite. I think you're getting 7.5 out of 10 songs, and you're getting one like 8 out of 10 to 9 out of 10 with Fourth Dimension. You're getting 7 really solid songs that are really good for this 2018 Wyoming run, but again, nothing insane. But again, I love the production. I love Cudi's performance. Obviously, it's a collaboration album with Kanye and Cudi. I love songs like Reborn as well. Reborn Reborn's probably like honestly 10 on 10, and Fourth Dimension's like around an 8 or a 9 on 10, and then the rest of these, are just solid songs. And it's a really quality album, but it didn't blow me away, per se. So I'm going to give Kids See Ghosts a strong 7 out of 10, and it will be the 10th best Kanye album on this list. I'm not going to say like to each album what number worse it is, because it's just too much and too much to remember, but it's the 10th best Kanye West album. Going on to number 9, 808s and Heartbreaks. 808s and Heartbreaks for me is an album that is good. It's a really good album. I'm not personally a fan of it, but I understand the quality of this album and the influence that it had on the game. You're getting really good melodic cuts on this. Heartless, Amazing, Love Lockdown, Say You Will, Welcome to Heartbreak, Pinocchio Story, Coldest Winter, Bad News, See You in My Nightmares. There's all types of quality on this. And I think it's a really solid album, and it's a really good album, but personally, it didn't really connect with me like that. Also, Paranoid is good, but there are also some misses like a RoboCop or a Streetlights. But again, good album for sure. I think this is on the exact same level of a Kids See Ghosts. It's going to also be a strong 7 out of 10. And I think these two are really solid albums, but these two albums I'm not the biggest fan of, and it didn't really blow me away. But again, the influence that it had is definitely a higher influence than what Kids See Ghosts had. Here we go. Now we're getting into the albums that I love, and this is very hard, honestly. Number 8, Watch the Throne, Kanye West and Jay-Z, came out in 2011, I believe, and this album is incredible. From the production, from the amazing writing from Kanye and Jay-Z, from features like, Frank Ocean on No Church in the Wild, which is very good. Beyonce on Liftoff, a really good chorus. And this album is, oh my God, the consistency, the rapping performances from Kanye and Jay-Z, A Murder to Excellence, and Otis, a No Church in the Wild, Paris, New Day. I wish Primetime and The Droid made the track list, but this album is very consistent. It's high, top-tier rapping performances and luxury rap, but then you're getting a reflective song like New Day, which is beautiful, and this is a really good album. This album really impressed me, and it's one of the strongest in both of these artists' discographies, and it is the 8th best Kanye West album. Number 7. Also, if I didn't say, Watch the Throne is going to be getting a decent 8 out of 10 for me. A really good album, really impressed me. Number 7, Yay by Kanye West, another 2018 release. I believe it came out a week before Kids See Ghosts. I think Yay is the much better album, honestly. I think Yay is a masterpiece. I think Yay has actually really high highs, like a Ghost Town, like a Wouldn't Leave, like a No Mistakes, like a Yikes, like a All Mind. I even think that like Kanye's performances on these songs are really strong, and the production is bombastic at times, and it's also sad and slow at times. Like, I think Kanye did a really good job with this album, and obviously I think it's the 7th best Kanye West album. I'm going to be giving this, call me crazy, a decent 9 out of 10. It's on that level for me. Going on to number 6, Yeezus by Kanye West, 2013 release, 6th best Kanye West album on here, and man, what a masterpiece Yeezus is. From the production, from the brash Kanye, like a new slave, like a, like a on-site. You're also getting fire, songs that are more, not low-key, but like decent energy, like Hold My Liquor. You're getting his most iconic song from, that 2010s era in Bound 2, with amazing one-liners on that. You're also getting, songs like Blood on the Leaves that are epic. Send It Up's decent. Like, this album did a really good job at, resetting that foundation of Kanye, because, he hadn't had a solo collab album or solo album from Kanye in 3 years. So this is a really good album. Strong 9 out of 10. Number 5, getting into the top 5, The Life of Pablo, 2016 release. This album is so good, and it's so good because this album, like, obviously he, made the fixes to it, but this album is so consistent for being this long. You're getting Father Stretch My Hands, Famous, Feedback, No More Parties in LA, St. Pablo, 30 Hours, Ultra Light Beam. Like, there's more. I don't have the track list in front of me. Real Friends, FML, so many good records on this, and I just feel like Kanye, again, crafted another amazing album, and it proves how good his discography is once again. The Life of Pablo is going to get a strong 9 out of 10. It is going to be the last Kanye West album that's below a 10. Because these next 4 are all 10s, and this was the hardest part of the ranking. Where do I rank this? Where do I rank that? The fourth best Kanye West album is going to have to be Graduation. I'm sorry, this is kind of low. Graduation, 2007. This album is so good because I feel like the production, the synth pop, fusions, you're getting anthems on this, you're getting great writing cuts on this, you're getting victory laps on this, you're getting, a track to Jay-Z with a big brother, giving Jay his props. You're getting, a beautiful song to Chicago, like a Homecoming. This album hits every section of his fan base, and although it has one skip in Broken Out Girls, it doesn't take away from the amazing rest of the album that Kanye gives to us. And this is just music to your ears. This is perfection. Graduation, this is a perfect album, a 10 on 10. Number 3, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, 2010, one of the most iconic rap albums of all time. Strong feature list. I don't think I have to explain too much. You're getting top tier Ye songs, Devil in a New Dress, Runaway, Dark Fantasy, All the Lights, So Appalled. Blame Game is really good. Even songs like Gorgeous, this album is just perfect. The feature list, like I said, the production, Kanye's amazing performances all around, anthems, reflective cuts on here, Manic Kanye. Again, he hit every section of his fan base. Perfect album, 10 on 10. Here we go, top 2. Number 2, the second best Kanye West album, Late Registration, 2005. This album's another perfect album, stacked. Songs like Touch the Sky, Roses, Bring Me Down, Addiction, Diamonds of Sierra Leone remix, Gone, Late, amazing soul sample production, great features from Lupe Fiasco, Nas on We Major is amazing, Jay-Z on Diamonds of Sierra Leone remix is amazing, Consequence on Gone, nothing more to explain. And also Adam Levine on Heard 'Em Say is one of the greatest choruses in hip hop history, another 10 out of 10. Number 1, The College Dropout. You guys probably knew it. One of the best debut rap albums of all time. Popularized soul sampling, elite Kanye songs on here. I think you guys know the deal. And this is the first Kanye album that I really got into, and it really impressed me. That is it. All 16 Kanye West albums ranked. Let me know what you guys thought of this. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.